I still remember the sound. A thud, followed by my own gasp, and the taste of blood in my mouth. My brother, Adam, had just punched me. 12 years ago, under a sky that smelled of rain and betrayal, he stood on his porch screaming that I was trash. His wife, Melanie, stood behind him, eyes glistening with tears that looked rehearsed. She whispered something into his ear before he swung at me. I remember her voice, soft, poisonous, trembling just enough to make him believe she was the victim. That night, Adam told me I was dead to him. He slammed the door, and my world went silent. I never fought back. I never even told him why I was there, to warn him, to tell him what I'd found. Melanie had been cheating on him. For 12 years, I carried the guilt like a stone in my chest. Maybe I should have tried harder to make him see. Maybe I should have shown him the messages, the photos, the nights she didn't come home. But when he hit me, something inside me broke too. I walked away and buried the truth with my pride. Yesterday, that truth clawed its way back to life. I was at the grocery store, reaching for coffee, when I saw her. Melanie. Her hair was shorter, dyed a harsh blonde, and she had that same smug tilt in her smile that used to make my skin crawl. But she wasn't alone. She was holding hands with a man who wasn't my brother. I froze. My first instinct was anger. The second was pity. The third, something darker, was curiosity. I followed her out of the store, my heart pounding. I told myself it was closure I wanted, not revenge. But deep down, I think I wanted to see if she'd ever paid for what she did to us. She got into a black SUV, laughing, and I saw the man lean in and kiss her cheek. My pulse quickened. That laugh used to echo in our kitchen when she'd sit with my mother, pretending to adore our family. I snapped a photo. Not to expose her. Not yet. But to remind myself that I wasn't crazy all those years ago. When I got home, I sat at my kitchen table staring at my phone. Adam's number still sat in my contacts. I never deleted it, even when I swore I hated him. I typed a message, deleted it, then typed again. We need to talk. It's about Melanie. It felt childish, pathetic, like something I should have sent years ago. I almost deleted it again, but before I could, the phone buzzed. Who is this? I froze. The profile picture was gone. No memories, no photos, no trace of the man who used to be my brother. It's Mark. Your brother. There was a long pause. Then, if this is about the past, don't bother. That part of my life is done. Something about that phrasing, that part of my life, made me hesitate. It sounded broken, tired. Like a man who'd already lost too much. She's still cheating, Adam. I sent it before I could second-guess myself. No reply. I turned off my phone and tried to convince myself it was over. At 3:17 a.m., I woke to knocking. Hard, desperate knocks that echoed through my house. I opened the door, and there he was, older, thinner, eyes hollow. Adam. He looked at me the way people look at ghosts. You saw her, he said quietly. Didn't you? I nodded. He stepped inside without being invited. His hands trembled as he ran them through his graying hair. She left me 2 months ago, he said. Said I ruined her life. But she's been bleeding me dry for years. I didn't want to believe it, even when I caught her whispering on the phone at night. I thought I was losing my mind. Hearing that felt like someone pressing a bruise that never healed. I tried to tell you, I said. My voice cracked. 12 years ago. He stared at me, confusion flickering, then realization dawning like a wound reopening. She told me you called her a gold digger, he whispered. She said you grabbed her arm and threatened her. I hit you because I believed her. She lied, I said simply. He sat down, buried his face in his hands, and for a long moment, we both stayed silent. The air between us was thick with all the words we'd never said. Finally, he looked up. Why didn't you fight back? Because I loved you, I said. And because I saw in your eyes that nothing I said would matter. He exhaled sharply, and for the first time in over a decade, I saw my brother, not the angry stranger, but the boy I grew up with, the one who used to protect me from bullies and sneak me candy when Mom said no. I'm sorry, he said. I ruined everything. I wanted to forgive him. I wanted to say it didn't matter. But forgiveness is heavier than hatred, it needs strength, and I wasn't sure I had any left. So I just nodded. Later, he showed me his phone. Messages, bank transfers, photos. Melanie's new life with a man she'd met years ago. They had a house together now, bought with Adam's money. She took everything, he said bitterly. And I let her. I could see the storm behind his calm. The shame. The disbelief. The pieces of a man trying to rebuild himself from ashes. We talked until dawn. About the years we lost, about how one lie can rot a family from the inside. He apologized again, and this time, I let him. When the sun rose, he stood to leave. I'll fix this, he said. Not for revenge. For peace. He walked out, and I watched him drive away. This morning, I got a call from an unknown number. Mark. The voice was trembling, broken. It's Melanie. Hearing her name sent ice through my veins. I don't know what you told him, she said, but Adam's at my house. He's outside, and he won't leave. Please, tell him to stop. I said nothing. Through the silence, I could hear faint shouting, his voice, sharp and pained. Then the line went dead. That was 12 hours ago. No one's heard from either of them since. The police came by tonight. They asked questions I couldn't answer. They found his car near a lake, keys still inside. They think it's a missing persons case. But deep down, I know my brother isn't missing. He finally found the truth he'd been running from for 12 years. And sometimes, the truth doesn't set you free. It drags you under. Now, as I sit here, staring at my phone, there's one message from an unknown number waiting to be opened. I can't bring myself to read it. Because I already know what it says. You were right.